Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Hey, old chat. We are here pre-gaming the weekend or wishing we were still in bed. You know, some days just getting up and out of PJs is winning the battle. Because I have to go to the hellscape on earth that is Best Buy to look at technological stuff.
I feel for you, but then again, I don't, because I hate going to big box stores.
Well, Mr. Mo was like, "So what kind of camera do you have?" And I was like, "Well, it has a lot of P's on it." And he said, "Is it 40K?" And I said, "No, it uses P's." And and I don't know what he was talking about, but apparently my camera does have on it like 4K, but it only talks to me in P's, so I don't know.
it's, so it's like a toddler. It only talks to you in P.
Well, no, because when I learned that I could focus my camera, it was at like 480 and I turned it up to 720. So Mr. Mo was asking me, I guess, these basic computery questions. And I was looking at him like me trying to do algebra, which is
Like,
kind of like a dog trying to do algebra. Like
you're wanting me to math this out, honey. What's wrong with you?
well, because I was looking at a laptop and he said, "Well, what are you looking for?" And I was like, "One that works and does the internet."
Yeah. Well, and so, here's something to keep in mind also. As much as you like having like the extra keys on a keyboard, and you come up with a bigger screen, traveling with a large computer sucks balls.
Shizzy, there's a there's a there's that's good advice, but have you ever known me to travel?
Yes. No, and I'm just saying it, like even in like everyday life, you'll realize it becomes so bulky
Oh
that
yeah.
you're wanting to sit down and do something, and you just need a little bit of space for a few minutes to type something out or to edit a video, and you're just like, man, where am I going to sit? And you're just wanting to sit it like on the edge of your desk or something. You get this
Oh yeah.
massive, laptop that just like, where in the hell do I put this thing?
Yeah, well, that's why we're going to do research and I am actually going to go and consult the group of IT goatees there because I was like, he said, "Well, we're going to do research." And I said, "No, that's what the IT goatees are there for." And he said, "No, those are salespeople."
They are.
And I
They
was
are.
like, "Yeah, I know, but they have the IT goatee. I assume that God, Jesus, and Best Buy put them
No,
in there for people like me."
no. They put them in there to sell, and I know because I worked for Geek Squad at one point in time,
Probably.
and
Y'all made
those
lots of money on me.
those people in those stores don't know as much as they let on that they do, and I actually got in trouble from management because I came in there and told them to stop erasing people's computers. uh, because somebody would come in, they'd have a virus, which, it was a simple virus to get rid of, and they'd hand it to them. They're going to go, we're going to charge you $100 and we're going to erase everything, which means all your pictures, every single
Oh,
thing. And then we're going to re-upload everything back up on there. And most of the time, they're like, well, we can't guarantee data loss. And I was like, and I came in, they had like 4 computers lined up that they were erasing and
oh
re-uploading
no.
everything on there. And I was like, how long does it take you to do that? Oh, it's about 4 to 5 hours on each. And I'm like, here's the way that you remove it. And this guy was working on one. I walk over there within 5 minutes, I had the virus gone on it. I was like, and you're making just as much money without wasting a whole bunch of time, and you're not deleting people's information. Why are you doing this? Management was like, why are you telling them that they're doing it wrong? I was like, because they are. He goes, but that's
I
how
didn't
we
know we
make
had
money.
participation trophies at work. Now,
Oh,
everyone buckle in. I know I start these with, rest in peace, but this is actually a reverse for Friday. Mr. Feeney is still alive. Now, let's protect this man at all costs, but there was a bit of a worry earlier on this week. Mr. Feeney is not done teaching life lessons. Fans of Boy Meets World actor William Daniels initially believed that he had passed away on Thursday when the 98-year-old posted a throwback photo on social media to promote a sale of his signed headshots. Now, the longtime actor's followers, who apparently did not read the post caption, saw the image and assumed that it was a death announcement.
So but now I can't ever remember seeing Boy Meets World, but wasn't he like a butler in another TV sitcom or something?
Mr. Belvedere,
Maybe
perhaps?
that's it. Maybe is that what I'm thinking of?
Well, he looks a bit like the guy who played the nanny, or the butler on the nanny, but I know he played in other stuff. I just can't remember
Maybe that
because he's
was it.
always been Mr. Feeney to me.
Okay, but I'm a little older. I think that's probably why. Yes, Mo is the young one here.
What, you're
That's
saying you
giving
didn't
away my
watch
age.
TGI Friday every weekend because,
TGI Friday. What's TGI Friday?
we are from different generations. So every Friday on ABC, I think you would have like a lineup of, Step by Step, Family Matters, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like a bunch of tweeny shows, and it was
Yeah,
called TGI Friday.
I think that probably would have been a little creepy for someone my age to be watching TV shows. That would have like bordered on like really creepy. So okay, I got
Well,
you.
I
Boy
mean,
Meets World.
probably,
Boy Meets World.
probably.
Your space buns are so cute.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
Now she does have the Princess Leia outfit, but her husband said no, you can't wear that on streams anymore because
yeah,
I
he
I
wouldn't
don't.
do the couple's costume. He didn't want to be Jabba. And then I said he could be Pizza the Hut and still no dice. I was like, I could be Princess Vespa instead, a Druish princess.
Druish princess. Oh my gosh.
Now, since they didn't read the caption and didn't realize he was selling just, headshots that he had around, something about this time of year always takes me back to one of my favorite roles as Mr. Feeney. Daniel captioned under the old image of himself, dressed as his legendary character from the 90s TV show. Let's celebrate back to school season with 10% off all Feeney's photos from our shop. Back to school with Mr. Feeney.
Well, it's a
Oh,
good thing they didn't
Brandy and Moesha, you're right.
Brandy and Moesha. Okay. I don't see you guys are so young. Funny. She doesn't look druidish.
Social media users flooded his comment section, grateful that he was still alive. You can't keep scaring me like this, one Instagram user commented. Dang, we all really thought the same thing here, didn't we? Another one asked. Now, the photo was posted on his Facebook, Instagram, and X pages. I hate the fact that every time I see these posts, my heart drops, one commenter wrote. Now, Daniels portrayed the popular mentor to characters like Corey, Topanga, Sean, and Eric in the coming of age show that showed their journey from sixth grade to college. So
Did it run that long?
the show aired from 1993 to 2000, and there was
Jeez.
a kind of relaunch of Girl Meets World. So Corey and Topanga's daughter,
Ah.
and Corey became a teacher. And Mr. Turner, can we just all comment that this man was able to pull off the fluffy mullet Jerry curl on a white dude?
Well, it looks a little bit more like Patrick Swayze at that time too.
Roadhouse, very Roadhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
God, the 90s were awful.
He's got those straight cut jeans.
And the denim acid watch, button down, because he's a fun teacher.
Yeah, of course. That
And
makes him
cowboy
fun.
boots.
That makes him fun, right? Oh my
So
gosh.
Daniels turned 98 on March 31st, and he shared that he's thankful for all the support he's received over his career. Well, you have to be pleased. I certainly am, he told people one day after his birthday. I hope I'm around a little longer and we'll do it again next year. Now, the graduate actor still tries to get some exercise on a daily basis. His wife, Bonnie Daniels, revealed to people. He's very strong. His body's strong even now. So I just want to keep him strong by exercising. We have a gal who comes in twice a week and kind of puts us through a routine. So
Nice threesome. So he was in The
Protect this
Graduate.
man.
He was in The
Yeah.
Graduate. Okay. I didn't know that. I'm sure that if I went back and watched, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember The Graduate probably because wasn't my genre at the time. I know
Well,
you're
it was,
shocked.
well, no, it wasn't mine either. That's the thing. It really wasn't mine because that would have been just before I was old enough to see something like that. Owner of the famous Chinese nail house finally moves out because of traffic noise. The Eye of the Jinxie, the most famous nail house in China's Jinxie province, was recently abandoned by its owner who couldn't stand the noise of cars passing by his home 24/7. The Eye of Jinxie made news headlines in China in April when a highway built around it was inaugurated, like another nail house across the Asian country of Hingping. Refused the regional government's offer to buy his property and decided to stick to his guns even when everyone else in the area moved out. At one point, Huang got a large enough compensation package of approximately 1.6 million yen or $223,000, but didn't agree to the condition that the price be paid in 2 installments. He would live to regret his decision because the government decided to simply build the road around his property, turning it into an isolated nail house. Could you imagine this is what your front yard looks like? It's, I guess, easy to get out of your driveway in a way.
Well, I'm just thinking like, yeah, because all you need is someone who can't make these turns or who fell asleep, who goes right down the middle.
Oh God, that would be insane. Well, with no soundproofing at all, the nail house, which likes an eye in the middle of a new highway when viewed above, became virtually uninhabitable when traffic started flowing in April. Huang and his family held out as long as they could, but the constant noise and trepidation from large trucks passing by forced them out eventually. It's unclear when the family moved out, but people started noticing broken windows of the house overgrown with weeds around last month. Contacted by local news, the owner of the Eye of Jinxie confirmed that he and his family had abandoned the property because of the incessant traffic noise and trepidation. They preferred to rent a home in a nearby town, and they could not say what would happen to their old property. Even if the nail house were to be demolished, Wang would only receive a fraction of the compensation originally offered to him. Yeah,
So Wang would only get the tip.
yeah, Wayne would only get the tip. Oh my gosh. That would suck so bad right there.
I hope you
Like,
don't
how,
have claustrophobia.
I
But
mean,
watch him try to list it as cozy and like an
cozy and isolated.
experience.
Cozy and isolated. You must have a strong heart to face the villagers' ridicule. One person mocked Wang on Weibo. That's basically X in China. To be honest, in this desolate mountain area, if the country didn't build roads to improve people's livelihood, how much would you sell your house for? Will anyone buy it? Someone else wrote. Uh, hopefully there's not music.
高速公路环绕着一栋老旧民宅，不少民
No, I don't understand a word he said.
众特地到现场打卡留念。这是有金溪之眼称号的江西钉子户。
租房子住啊，太吵了，房子住的老人了。没在那住。
That would suck so bad. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but it's not like you didn't have plenty of opportunities to sell.
No, he did have plenty of opportunity to sell it, but he said, no, screw you guys. I'm going to keep my little happy place.
And that worked out well for him, sort of.
Yeah.
So a car company in China has tried to figure out a way to, well, solve road rage. Xpeng has unveiled a quirky new feature designed to subdue angry drivers, although it might also prove to be a distraction. Suppose you're ever thrown a digital banana peel at, an opponent in Mario Kart. Well, in that case, you might know the satisfaction of throwing something like a digital shoe or an angry face would elicit. Well, a Zhengzhou-based car company has developed an augmented reality game that allows the user to fire off emojis at the wrongdoer, which will project over the windshield in 3D space and give the illusion of hitting cars.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
that I like.
I'd buy like 5 of them.
Well, it's not hard to do because I think quite a few car companies back in the 90s did the same thing. What they did is they created a a mirror image, and it basically projects off your dash onto the screen in front of you, so you can see your speedometer and
Oh
everything without
yeah.
having to look down. It sounds good in theory, but at certain times that could become like a real distraction. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they kept it or not, but yeah, this right here sounds like a good idea in theory until that little kid runs out in front of you while you're throwing bananas at a car.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Now, the steering wheel will have a customizable button that serves as a trigger, and the system will identify a target through its camera array before launching emojis that appear to explode against the real car.
I love
Oh my
that.
God, please shut up and take my money. Now,
Please.
while it might not be as satisfying as throwing, the middle finger or a cup of coffee, it could provide drivers with some temporary relief of pent-up anger. Now, the program dubbed Road Rage Reliever was unveiled earlier this month during a presentation in China. Xpeng CEO said that Zhang Piang said the bizarre feature represents technology-driven emotion.
Okay.
That must have translated. That must mean something different, or make sense in native language.
Yes.
Technology-driven emotion. Wouldn't
Technology.
it be emotion-driven technology?
Maybe that's probably what he meant to say.
We used to prioritize technology first, but starting this year, we're prioritizing experience first. To be civilized and experience civilized frustration rather than engaging in dangerous behaviors. Now, Road Rage Revealer converts the windshield into a virtual battleground featuring an 87 wide inch augmented reality heads up display that takes up the entire field of vision for the driver and then some. Now, according
Um,
to developers, manufacturer Huawei, the program has advanced optics and calculates exact distortion necessary for the eyes to believe that things are not displayed on the windshield, but are rather floating in space about 33 feet in front of the car. Now, the optical illusion convinces the brain to interpret the 3D objects as real. Yeah, but that's a
ah,
lot of brain power that you're looking at into interpreting a 3D image when you're supposed to be driving.
right. It sounds to me like you as like I said, you're out there raging until that little kid runs out in front of you,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, well, it was my big widescreen TV. No, I think that that's pretty good idea, is using your TV as turning your windshield is turning into a display. Imagine the drive-in theaters. Like that would be awesome,
That would be nice.
because then you could just, you could pull up and it's basically just, you have this dark screen, and then the image projects on your windshield, and you could get the sound through your radio. That would be awesome. But
Yeah.
driving, I don't think so.
So it is raising a big question as to safety concerns about driver distractions with touchscreen infotainment systems in cars.
Mhm.
Now, the CEO says that drivers are responsible for judging when this is safe to use, and he forgets that a person is smart, but people are stupid.
Yes.
So,
You should acknowledge that. Oh my God. That's
I mean,
crazy.
it looks awesome. I would love to do this, but as the passenger, I think you need like someone in the shotgun seat if you're going to do this.
Yeah, let them throw things at cars, and as soon as there's like, movement off to either side, this danger. Road
Road
rage.
Rage Reliever, my brain brought up Daydream
Daydream
Believer by the
believers.
Monkees.
Yeah.
Dream Believer.
And the funny part was, whenever we were talking earlier, Mo was like, "Hey, I got this new song, which was really cool," and I was like, "Oh, that's Chris. Oh God, what's his name?" And I had to go searching for it, and I finally found it. It's actually Chris Isaac. Um, the
Yeah,
and she was like, "Oh, I remember this song." I was like, "Yes, it sounds exactly like that."
it did. And it was so funny because I was like, oh, I remember a budding young Mo realizing, you know what? One day I'm going to be sexy. I'm going to run out across the beach, just like, with
with
Chris
no top
Isaacs.
on, with no top
Yeah.
on.
But then I realized there were physics involved and, possibly like decency laws and I don't even know if Chris Isaac's still alive. So, I
I
mean,
think
there's a
he
couple.
is. Like he is, and I've seen like videos of him talking about, because he got really big, and he's like one of the most humble people you'd ever meet. He goes, "Oh yeah, I still live in my double wide out here in the country," and he goes, "I'm just as happy as can be because I got acreage and I just sort of do my thing." The world's cheapest computer case, because you were talking about computers, I thought this would work.
Oh, yeah.
Only costs the delivery fee. So, a Swedish consumer electronics company called Teenage Engineering, I thought Teenage Mutant Ninjas at first, recently launched the world's cheapest PC case, which only costs the fee to have it delivered to the customer. The Computer 2 isn't the world's most innovative, durable, or attractive looking case, but it is by far the cheapest. You basically get it for free as long as you cover the delivery fee. Made of translucent polypropylene plastic, the case features a hinged and snap-on design with a tool-free assembly and supports a mini ITX motherboard, an SFX power supply, and a low-profile CPU cooler, an 80 millimeter fan, and dual slot graphic cards up to 180 millimeters long. All you have to do is apply a bit of pressure on the components and they snap into place. No screws required. Plastic provides limited durability, but also lowers the risk of short circuits considerably, which, coupled with unbeatable price, has got people interested in the Computer 2. So this is a Swedish thing. It's basically, I'm trying to think what is called a modular computer that only goes one
Okay.
way. The world's cheapest PC case was out of stock on the Teenage Engineer website shortly after launch, but the company promised to go back to work and have a new batch ready later this year. It seems people cared less about the cheap feel of the plastic case and its limited cooling effectiveness under high loads due to the single 80 millimeter fan, and more about its lightness, portability, and cheap price. I guess when you see something listed at a cost of zero, little else matters. The Computer 2 is shipped with detailed instructions as well as silicone clips and bottom feet to make the assembly seamless as possible. And aren't the Swedes the one that came up with IKEA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. IKEA computer.
So instead of the tower thingy, you have that?
Yeah,
And you just hook it to a monitor?
Yeah. And I mean, here's what it looks like. I mean, it's just basically like really cheap plastic all assembled. It has a little handle on it, but it doesn't, like, it wouldn't work under heavy loads. Interestingly,
Whoa.
it also sells Computer 1. It's a more robust sheet metal computer case with the same build it yourself
Oh.
design as Computer 2, which sells for 116 on the Swedish company's website. But yeah, I mean, they make one out of metal, but they also make one out of plastic. And it's basically just like a modular computer. And
Cool.
I think it's just the case, and you have to buy the rest of the parts yourself.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, do you have to buy all the computery magic stuff?
I think what it says it comes out with, it says that it's yeah, it just basically it supports these. So you have to put them all in there, and it probably tells you exactly which ones you have to buy.
Yeah, because I mean, it looks like the parts where you snap it in or snap in the components are fairly limited, so you'd have to buy a specific y'all know I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
Shizzy's over here saying like modular computer, and I'm thinking walk around Casio calculator. Like,
it basically, that's what it is. I mean, I don't know if like something for this
what
would
would
be
you do with
impractical.
that? I mean, is this maybe more for developing nations so they can get
Well,
computers?
it could be. I mean, I would see it more as, like if you've got limited space and you don't really do a whole lot of computery things, like this kind of
Ah,
thing might appeal to you. Like, you need to get online and check your email, but you're not really doing much of anything else. Like with us, because we stream, our computers
oh
get heavy
yeah.
loads on it, or if you're doing video recordings or editing and stuff like that, that could be a problem. But
Well,
it's
yeah, because I just couldn't quite figure out the application because I saw the story and, it reads like football instructions to me. So I'm like, well, it's something about a computer or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not Adele, I can tell you that.
Well, no, dude, it's not.
Dude, it's not Adele. Also not Adele, but we are an educational stream here too. And Uranus has a new moon.
Ooh.
Moon over Uranus. Moon over Miami. NASA scientists at the Southern Research Institute have discovered the 29th moon orbiting Uranus using infrared detection through the James Webb Telescope. Now, the discovery was made February 2nd, but NASA officials, well, they didn't even wait till June. I mean, come on. That was the perfect month.
Oh my God.
But they waited until this Tuesday to announce the discovery. This object was spotted in the series of 10 40-minute long exposure images that captured, the moon with near-infrared cameras. Is a very small moon, but a very significant discovery. Even NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft didn't see this moon during its flyby in, 40 years ago.
Oh, geez.
Now, NASA scientists estimate the newly discovered moon is about 6 miles in diameter, or, as big as, well, I guess Manhattan.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And it's located about 35,000 miles from Uranus's center. It's a scotch away from the taint. The far end.
The far end of the taint.
They took away Pluto. We couldn't have just kept like Pluto and named
No.
it something.
Now we got moons around Uranus.
Uranus does have the most smallest moons of all the planets within the solar system. They're like hemorrhoids. They just hang on there. They're little Klingons.
They're more like dingleberries.
They're dingleberries.
Just hanging around Uranus.
Dingleberries of the moon. That's the next Taylor Swift song. And just for you guys, because Shizzy is awesome, he managed to make a song that cracked us both up about this particular story.
Yes.
And thank you,
just
Rickles.
Just share my screen and then do what I told you earlier. That's how you have to do it.
And daggone it. Son of a... I am a professional.
Go. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's always fun when you folks collaborate on Fridays. Yes, but this song is even funnier. So just so you know.
Moons Around Uranus. It's like the worst adult film ever.
Can you hear it?
Beep, beep, bop, Uranus. Clang, clang, chop, new moon. Steel drums drop, up says island bop, consume. Uranus has a new moon. Orbit spinning out of June. Tiki torches, robot band. Steel drum beats in cyber sand. New moon. New moon. On Uranus. Uranus has a new moon. Uranus. Let's call it Fortune. Uranus. Orbit resume. Uranus. Kaboom, kaboom. Fantastic parrots, neon sky. Synthetic rum drinks passing by. Spuds in flip-flops march in line. Uranus moon, so divine. Flip, flop, non-stop. Spuds on top. Uranus has a new moon. Uranus, Caribbean boom. Uranus, shake the speeder. Uranus,
Well, JKD Buck, oddly enough, it came from Shizzy's helping me learn Sunyo, and I've just been trying to throw disparate song styles together. So I was like, I wonder what you would happen if you mix Devo with Jimmy Buffett.
And this is what you get.
It is, in fact, what we get.
Yes, that is exactly
Well,
what you get.
if you're looking for your new hairstyle, apparently the front runner is, well, K-pop Demon Hunter. So, and you know what? I have been on Tumblr and, you know, what is it, TikTok? And I think, yes, some people have, Demon Hunter or just demoned in hairstyle lately.
So
Just,
I don't think it created a new hairstyle. It looks like an old hairstyle is what it looks like. It looks like that what is it, 40s, 30s, 40s, the bouffant that the women would have, and except they just added a ponytail to it. It was pretty interesting. So I think this showed up whenever I was scrolling through the other night. What was I looking for? I don't remember, but this came up and I was like, I do not care about K-pop, Demon Hunter, or anything like that. That wasn't something that appealed to me. I just was like, okay, this isn't my scene. I'm sure that it appeals to somebody, but Avatar style, that I guess.
no, apparently Google Trends is showing that in July, video searches for the roomy hairstyle, so this very bouffant, again, it looks almost Pentecostal to me
It
because it's
does.
got the long hair and the bouffant thing, so it looks fundamentalist Mormon or Pentecostal to me. It doesn't look punk rock except for the pink hair.
I mean, I guess they were trying to go for like a mohawk look or something, but
Yeah, I could
but
see that.
but they, if you were going to do a mohawk look, then you would just shave the sides and have it. Like, it makes no sense to me. I guess I don't want to lose all my hair. Trust me, the mohawk is easier to keep up with than trying to keep up with all the stray hairs that come out the side. Although you do have to shave it quite often, as I found out, you have to keep it clean, shaven.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with this is girls see this and they don't realize the amount of teasing. This is not a real person. If you wanted to get this exact hairstyle, you would need a wig because that's,
No, Mo, these people are helping you out. They are helping you out. They're helping you out with global warming because this amount of teasing means that you have to get hairspray, which
yes.
opens up that ozone layer. My God, Mo, this is a dream come true for Mo. You should
I
promote
mean,
this.
fingers crossed we go back to Leonard Nimoy Ice Cube Earth. I'm kind of hoping it goes full circle.
We can go global warming or cooling. I don't know. I'm so confused. That's why it's called climate change now, because I can't figure it out.
In important news, and actually not about the mutant rabbits, thank you, New York Post, for never having, a video correlated to the, story you're promoting
Well,
on.
it's
That's
probably a good
helpful.
thing on this one.
Yeah, the nudist. They're not pirates, but they will have to hide their booties while feasting on the high sea. Ugh. Travel buffs who prefer vacationing in the buff can freely flaunt their flesh with bare necessities, a tour company chartering nude cruises to exotic destinations.
Man overboard. Oh, no.
Oh God. Can you imagine? Well, hopefully if you're nudist, you know how to put sunscreen everywhere. Can you imagine it's your first day out of the rat race and you get to be all nude and stuff and then you sunburn your schmeckle? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're like from one of those like towns in Australia. I think they call it Ohio or something. It's where you barely see the sun. The body doesn't see it because it's so cold out.
but it's not all fun and games and bits and pieces in every corner of the watercraft. Passengers who may spend up to $13,000 to $50,000 to bear it all on board must cover up their portholes in spaces dedicated to chowing down.
Uranus has a new
You
moon.
I love it when, see, it's just sometimes they just flow together.
My God.
Clothing is required for all meals taken in the dining room, per Bare Necessities Frequent Asked Questions, which notes, however, that the self-serve buffet is clothing free. Yeah, because the buffet's where you want schmeckles hanging out.
Well, I mean, that food's been sitting there for a while. It's grown old, just like grandma, and it's never the stuff that you want to eat. Just like,
No, but I mean, can you imagine a bunch of elderly, look, gravity happens, and then you're reaching over the buffet and just a boob just falls into the shrimp cocktail? I mean,
it's, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
I don't think we've thought this through.
Well, that food
Now,
isn't very sanitary in the first place. What's going to matter if grandma's boob falls in
okay,
it?
here's my other question. Casual attire is fine for all of these venues, says the, eateries in the ships. Bathrobes are not permitted in the dining room, so you have to actually wear clothes.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, and as you can see, they look very crowded.
Well, yeah. The cruise line insists that the passengers also remain fully clothed while docked in port during the captain's introduction reception and when locals come aboard to perform.
Yeah.
Now, when in doubt as to what is appropriate attire, simply confirm that boobs, bottoms, and genitalia are fully covered by clothing that is not considered to be fetish wear or lingerie. Lingerie, fetish wear, and excessive genital jewelry are not appropriate at any time.
Oh,
That's it. I am
so,
sending that line on every invitation I send out from now
oh my
on.
God. Read it off again, because this is got to be done in
Lingerie,
Mo's voice.
fetish wear, and excessive genital jewelry are not appropriate at any time.
So excessive genital jewelry, what would be excessive? I'm just curious. I mean, is it like, do they have clamps on them, like alligator clips or something
Well,
like that?
yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Like
anything
double
that you're,
pierced, like one Prince Albert is okay, but two, what are you thinking, man?
yeah. I mean, would they consider that, is that the only thing they're considering genital jewelry? Like, I guess they're trying to take a little bit of the kink out. I mean, what if, the lips have multiple like piercings, so she looks sort of like
Shizzy, the next
zipper head or
line.
something. Okay.
Glittery groins could hurt or ruin anyone's appetite.
She's got the dangly earrings hanging, just like, with diamonds
Oh.
on it.
Well, in that special, again, it's usually not the bodies you see. You think you're getting this couple. This is the couple that will greet you.
Exactly.
I'm not going to scroll more down on that because I don't know how we placed that flag. Still, even with this strict, attire requirement, all natural aficionados are eating up the concept of nautical nakedness.
No.
A herd of uninhibited hedonists are set to, board the 96-foot vessel, endearingly named the Big Nude Boat, for an 11-day clothing optional Bare Necessities cruise to the Caribbean, which stops in Martinique and St. Lucia. Again, for those who paint with all the colors of pure pale, like me, I want you to remember that the niblets have not seen sun in years. You're going to the Caribbean on the equator, so Godspeed, brave naked people.
St. Lucia is actually pretty cool. It's a volcanic island, and so I would probably, if I had to recommend anything, I would recommend wear clothes, because the sand is black. It's not like even a dirty brown. It is black. Like, imagine volcanic rock that's been crushed into sand, and you walk out on that and it will burn your feet like bad.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to wear sandals going from like your umbrella out to, the water, which is awesome because there's like I mean, the amount of fish that you can see because the water is crystal clear and abrasive. It's
Ooh.
glass. Oh, I don't know about abrasive. No, it wasn't really abrasive. The sands I found in St. Lucia weren't abrasive. It was just hot. I mean, it was extremely hot.
With its spawning fans notwithstanding, Bare Necessities admits that it can't give a definitive answer as to why folks enjoy boating in their birthday suits. Many have expressed that they find themselves more relaxed and withholding less of who they are without the barrier of clothing. Bottom line, being able to relax in your own skin leads to body acceptance. No, you can do that at your home and not in the cruise.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that at home myself. I mean, but I've got.
Oh, dear God, this article's going to kill me. Self-love was the souvenir that Helen Behrman, 47, took home after a 2-week journey on a nude cruise with 230 strangers. Well, I'm glad that wasn't your only souvenir and not gonorrhea syphilitis with the need for penicillin. But it's like, I learned to love myself. I was like,
the doctor's like, I'm sorry, we don't have a cure for whatever this is.
She said that she used to struggle with body positivity and confidence, but now she is so different. Her body is her vessel, and she had to go aboard a vessel naked to learn that. There is some level of irony in that.
Yes, there is.
Now, Bare Necessities would like to make clear that the undressed launches have nothing to do with kinkiness or smex.
No.
If you're seeking a lifestyle or a swinger experience, this would not be the appropriate cruise for you.
That
just seems like a terrible idea to sit bare-assed on sand. But hey, if you and
I mean, it's going to go in places you don't want it to go. Just
Nope.
saying.
No, when you have to tell the doctor why it burns when you pee, I want to be there. It too prohibits any fondling or inappropriate touching of someone else's body parts. There's also a no photo zone around the ship and, where they're banned from taking that. Now, as an affiliated club of the American Association of Nude Recreation, oh my God, we are going. Whenever they have a symposia, we are going, y'all. This is a chat field trip. I'll just be the only clothed normie. I'll be
I
like,
have
look,
to ask you, are there things in chat that are pretty hilarious? Because it looks like they've got a chat thing down there.
let's see. Swimming in the nude is an undervalued luxury. I'm not sure I want to see an entire cruise of nude people. Some people should keep their clothes on. The smell must be horrific. Bare Necessities is great. They refunded all my money and paid me $10,000 in cash to keep my clothes on. Beats Carnival Cruise with fights over chicken tenders. Let's see here. Never understood this nudist thing. I'm no prude. I do enjoy the occasional skinny dip in the pool. With the wife a few years ago, I had a client consultation with a couple that lived in a gated high-end nudist community in South Florida who were building new oceanfront homes. Again, why would you want sand near your bits?
Oh my gosh.
No buts about it. This would be a different experience. Stiff fines were enforced.
I told you the chats on these things are going to kill you. Oh my God.
Orwell was a prophet. Their children must be proud. Pick 3. Would you put down the silly logo? The ship is about to leave you stranded. Pick number 4. Hey guys, my room number is 304 and my Diddy freak off baby oil party starts.
Oh my God. Oh.
Sir Canon of House Who Cares, is there an age limit for women who wants to look at a broad over 32? Not me, sir, not me. I too am irritated about broads over 32.
The world's sorry, you got me just laughing at that. The world's most inaccessible library is carved into the side of a cliff. The I'm just going to say the Mini-Me library located near the village of Mini-Me in China's Ging province is a unique library housed in a large grotto on the side of a rock cliff. Ever since it opened in May of this year, the Mini-Me library has been going viral on Chinese social media. Libraries aren't usually very popular online, but this isn't your regular library. It's an incredible attraction not only for book lovers but also for travelers in search of stunning vistas. Nestled on the edge of a towering cliff, surrounded by lush greenery, the Mini-Me library looks like something created with AI, but it's actually a real place that anyone can visit as long as they can make the trek there. The exterior of the library makes quite a first impression with its rock hanging wooden walkways and balconies,
Ooh.
but it's the inside that really takes your breath away. The Mini-Me library is located inside a large grotto with thousands of books lining its irregular walls. That's what it looks like. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Well, my only problem with this is the moisture.
Yeah, unless they're in like a desert kind of.
No. It's just weird. The library is situated in a rural area, but although it provides access to books for local community, is more of a tourist attraction that has already drawn visitors from all over the country. For more incredible looking bookstores, check out the Ding Ding Sing Song in the Duang Duang, China, and the large monasteric library in Adamant Abbey, Austria. Yeah, that looks like a lot. I mean, that looks beautiful, but I don't think that those books, I want to be like trying to peel those pages back.
No, and it looks like there's water back here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean,
They must not
I
be
don't think,
very important books. That's all I could say.
yeah, I wouldn't think you'd put like old or antique copies of anything up there.
I mean, it's there. I see there's a lot of red books in there, so that's what I'm assuming. It's more, it's like, well, we can just write another one of these socialist propaganda books. I mean,
Oh, well, yeah.
oh my God.
Uh,
I was talking with Expert last night, and this next one is a woman winds up in an emergency room after popping a pimple in triangle of death. Popping pimples in the triangle of death, a triangular area of your face between the bridge of the nose and the corners of your mouth, can cause serious medical complications, even death. Lish Maria, young mother of 3, recently went viral on TikTok after posting a video about how popping a pimple below her face caused extreme inflammation and facial paralysis that required medical attention. Lish tried to pop the pimple just below her left nostril using her nails, and within hours she knew something was wrong. The left side of her face became so swollen that when she tried to smile, it hurt, and only after the other corner of her mouth raised by it to a grin. After about 4 hours, she went to the emergency room, where doctors immediately put her on 4 medications, including antibiotics and steroids, to treat the infections that had allegedly entered the bloodstream through the pimple. Lish's case is unique. After TikToks went viral, the New York Post reported about similar cases of people popping pimples in the same area of the face with disastrous consequences. One woman claimed that in her case, it led to staph infection worse than childbirth. Okay, that left her with a scar, and the mother recalled her daughter spending a week in a hospital and having to undergo facial surgery after the infected pimple spread. Doctors warned that because the anatomical structure in this area of the face is called the triangle of death, even popping the smallest pimples can cause complications. There's no value mechanism in this area to prevent retrograde blood flow. Dermatologist said if bacteria from the infected pimple enter these veins, they can reach the brain and cause severe infections such as septic cavernous sinus thrombosis, potentially leading to loss of eyesight, stroke, paralysis, or even death. So popping a pimple can kill you because of the anatomical pathway. An infection of this zone can, in rare cases, spread from the face to the brain without protective filtering of other parts of the circulatory system. Basically, when you pop a pimple in that triangle of death, you create an open wound through which dangerous bacteria can enter a bloodstream, cause an infection that can reach your brain. Causes, as the ones mentioned above, are rare. Otherwise, millions of teenagers would wind up in the hospital every year.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But doctors warn that, however small the risks, need to be considered. Oh my gosh! I'm watching.
Oh, wow.
Now, I will say that is messed up. I think I caught mine extremely quick within hours, so I'm on tons of meds. Lish said others weren't so lucky, as bacteria like staph can extremely is extremely tough to deal with once it enters the bloodstream. Inflammation can be an issue as well, and pressing too hard on a pimple in the triangle of death can cause the inflammation to spread to the sinus and pressed against optic nerves and other sensitive organs close to the brain. I almost died from this. It's no joke. I was hospitalized for a week and a half and had surgery, one person commented. Doctors suggest that if you really have to pop a pimple in the triangle of death, make sure you wash your face and hands and don't hang around your anus. Use a cotton swab or disinfectant popping tools instead of your fingernails. Whatever you do, don't apply too much pressure to avoid causing inflammation.
Well, there you go.
Wow. Sorry. But
Well,
yeah.
they're teaming up.
Yeah. Are they teaming up? Who's
Sharks
teaming
and alligators have been bizarrely spotted swimming together in South Carolina.
up? Okay, I could see that.
The Jets and the Sharks are getting together. What will we tell the rest of the West Side Story? An unlikely quintet of sharks and a lone alligator were spotted together in the waters of South Carolina, spooking would-be swimmers at the popular destination for swimming. Now, the unusual sight was on display near a dock in Hilton Head as massive sharks swam around without a care in the world, while a lounging alligator stayed off to the side in the shade, according to videos that captured the flabbergasting, vacationers. Now, a small group of children watched on eagerly, sitting between the slats on the dock's fence in hopes of watching a fight for the ages. That would be my son's like fight. Like, Mom, make the alligator come over here and fight the sharks.
Well, and that would be sort of my, personal preference also. I will say that I've seen, and I can't remember what they're called. It's a jack is what they're called, and they're more of a scavenger, and so are nurse sharks. They're more scavengers. Like they'll chum the waters for those sharks to sit around, and they basically just scavenge around. So you would think that the shark would go after the jacks, but they don't. The jacks just are swimming around, and sharks don't generally, go after those fish. They're just sort of like, yeah, whatever, I can.
Yeah, I mean, the sharks just ignored them. I've been visiting Hilton Head since I was 12 years old, and I've never seen anything like this, said Gina Athens, who recorded one of the viral videos. I mean, although
that would
it's
be
not.
cool.
It would be cool, but my kids would want them to fight.
Same. Be like, yeah, like this would be awesome. Like, who
yeah.
would win, shark or gator?
Sharks and alligators typically live in different bodies of water. Sharks are almost exclusively found in salt water, usually in the deep ocean, whereas alligators flit from the land to freshwater swamps. Now, lemon sharks, which are common in South Carolina, prefer warmer bodies of water, but rarely drift so far into freshwater systems, according to Florida Museum. Now, that doesn't stop either species from having a penchant for the Skull Creek dockside brackish water, which is a combination of both salt and fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the two titans generally coexist if they're in or about the similar size. It's only if the sharks, maybe catch a young that could be prey that they tend to, go after, or an alligator conversely finds a small shark. That's when it seems to have a problem.
Right. Whenever they're the same size, it's like, gotcha, bro. You're cool.
Yeah. They're like, okay, all right. I see you. The predator powwow left social media users wildly amused. The gator popping out like, girl, what's going on? The alligator was like, nope, I'm retreating. Look at South Carolina out here floundering. They were just there because it was a rumor of a new ice detention center opening.
Oh my
Dead.
God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely dead. Comment
crazy.
section is great.
So Mo showed me this, and I just want to say that this is absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can pull this up full screen, because this
you are
definitely
awesome.
deserves it. Check this
Oh,
out.
yes.
These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts. No one should touch them. No one should squeeze them. And if you touch my private parts, private parts, private parts. And if you touch
I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah,
And
it's really good. And it's easy for kids to understand. It doesn't scare them. It doesn't put that fear, but it definitely says like no, no, and no.
right,
And it's
these are the
simple enough
places you don't
that,
touch.
yeah, and it's simple enough that it's not like, tell me and I'll do something. It's, I will tell my mom.
I will tell my dad. I will tell my teacher.
Tell,
I will tell anybody and everybody. A
yeah.
teacher in Africa has gone wildly viral after singing a song to her first grade class about private parts, showing them where other people should not touch. Gelda Waterbore, a teacher at Rogate Primary School in Nambia, became an overnight TikTok sensation after she posted a video of herself leading students in a sing-along, racking up a staggering 92 million views in just over a week. These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts. No one should touch them. No one should see them. She sang as she energetically motioned to her chest, her crotch, and her behind. Now, if you touch my private parts, I will tell my mother, I will tell my father, I will tell my teacher, she continued as the students sang along. Waterborough, who regularly posts TikTok videos from her classroom, was largely praised for her boundary enforcing teaching method. Yes, louder, teaching kids not to be shy about this is so important, one person commented in the clip. This is actually the level of seriousness needed for this. A teacher hit back at the few critics, though, who argued that first graders were too young to be learning about predators. Teaching our children
No,
to say no is not just about manners, it's about protection, Waterboard said in the follow-up video.
absolutely.
Every
And it's
every
about
child must
boundaries.
Yes, every child must know that their body belongs to them and no one has the right to touch them in a way that feels wrong or uncomfortable. It's our responsibility as adults, parents, educators to create safe spaces where children feel confident to speak up. And thank you, lady, because that's exactly the kind of response you should have. You
Yeah.
know, it's like there's, and it's not just say, then this is what should be considered a safe space is like, this is my body. You don't touch my body.
Yeah.
Unwanted touching is not.
And kids are so, because I mean, think about like even random, like family connection places. I have noticed more parents, saying, "Hey, so and so doesn't have to give you a hug if they're uncomfortable." And I appreciate that because unfortunately, sadly, a lot of these monsters can be within the family.
Yes.
And the kind of changing views that kids have a right to say, "Hey, I don't want to do this. I'm not comfortable with this," I think is really good.
Yes. And also making it, and it's not about like trying to shame the child or anything like that. It's saying, hey,
No.
there's your especially at first grade, by that time, they pretty much know what those body parts are. It is almost things are my private parts. You have to pay to see them. That's probably, I can confirm that. That's exactly what Yamaha would say. But no, I mean, it's good that, because, I think about this because I have young niece and nephew that as kids, before they even hit first grade, they have no idea. They'll run through the house naked.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like they'll just strip all their clothes off and run outside if you don't stop them because they don't have it. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand
No.
that to them, that's just a function. But whenever, they start getting older, it's like they think about it beforehand, like that brain is developed and they go,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
shouldn't be doing that. That's a little weird.
Sometimes. I mean, or you have sons and you're like, "Could you just put some clothes on?" Like, just
They're just no, they want to go out in the front yard and water the plants.
pretty
It's,
much.
it's pretty much it.
Well, a couple planted oh, sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
was
Go ahead.
pulling
I'm
up.
sorry. No,
A
no, you're
couple
good.
planted an actual money tree. A retired couple's rare prehistoric tree has produced seeds for the first time ever, and they are actually worth $6,700.
Wow.
Now,
Each?
Pamela and well, no, they're $13 each, but with the amount of seeds they got.
Gotcha.
Pamela and Alistair Thompson, both 75, bought a Wollemi pine for $94 in 2010 as a sapling after discovering that it was what dinosaurs used to eat on. Now they planted it in their garden in Winchford, Worcester, this week, it produced seeds for the first time, which are up to about $13 for each seed.
Wow.
Now, if a tree can produce hundreds of seeds, the couple could rake in tens of thousands of dollars in the coming years. The retired spinal surgeon Alistair says it really does prove that money can grow on trees.
Wow.
Willemie pines, dubbed as dinosaur trees, date back more than 90 million years and were thought to have died out with the T-Rex, but a cluster of the historic conifers were discovered in 1994, 125 miles west of Sydney, Australia. Now, saplings and cuttings were sold around the world, and one was replanted by Pamela and Alistair. Now, the couple paid $94 for an 18-inch tall sapling, which a friend brought off the shopping network. You can buy an ancient pine tree off the shopping network.
Wow. I bet the shopping network's kicking themselves right now.
Yeah. They planted it in their garden, and after loving care, it now stands more than 13 feet tall. Now, retired police officer Pamela was stunned to discover that the rare tree-bearing fruit for the first time ever in April. This week, she discovered 5 large cones that produced approximately 100 seeds each, with more still to flower. Now she hopes that the seeds will be planted around the UK to protect the endangered species. It's a really cool kind of plant. They look like pine, but they're, I think, softer.
Wow. Almost like a fir or something.
Yeah, so kind of like a cross between a fern and a pine. I mean, I've never actually seen one because there's only like 100 of them, but
All bought off the shopping network.
I cannot believe people sold them on the shopping network. I mean,
Awesome.
it makes sense. I've been keeping an eye or half an eye on female cones for Asias. I was advised they usually drop their seeds in late August or early September. But this year has been unusually dry, so it happened earlier. A few days ago, I reached up to a female cone and the seeds all cascaded into my cupped hands. So I was very excited to actually be collecting seeds from such an ancient tree that lived when the dinosaurs roamed. And I'll definitely try to germinate the seeds to, help the trees grow. So there you
Hey.
go.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, and those are the leaves, I guess. Or that's just
That's the
leaves that
seed
they put in the
pods.
bottom.
No, it's a.
Well, these are the seed pods, but
Yeah,
I'm
so
thinking the leaves on the
they're-
bottom.
Yeah, yeah. I would imagine those are the leaves. Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, the like they're like pine nuts. They
Yeah.
taste just like chicken. I don't know. Everything tastes like chicken. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Soylent Green tastes just like chicken.
No. It's from Matrix. Whenever
Oh,
he asks him, he goes, why does it taste like, he goes, everything tastes like chicken. He goes, because
yeah.
yeah, Austria's heaviest inmate costs taxpayers 10 times more than normal, because we were talking about food. A 289 kilogram man in Austria, I thought it said Australia, it's Austria, dubbed the country's heaviest inmate, has sparked outrage in the European country due to the unusual high cost of supporting him on taxpayer money. The 29-year-old man who weighs nearly 300 kilos was arrested after a search of his home in Vienna.
That's
where
nearly
police-
600 pounds.
Yeah. They discovered large quantities of drugs, including 45 kilos of cannabis, 2 kilos of cocaine, almost 2 kilos of amphetamines, and more than 2,000 ecstasy tablets. He was initially put into Vienna's Joseph Stad prison, but only for a few days because he almost broke the bed with his weight and had to be transferred to a Kronenberg prison in a town located 55 kilometers north of the capital. Here, the
Oh my
obese
gosh.
inmate has a specially welded ultra strong bed and enjoys 24-hour specialized care from external nurses. All this comes at an exorbitant cost. Accommodation in a hospital's especially secured unit guarded by 2 officers was not an option due to the high cost, the Austrian newspaper reported. But even so, caring for the Austria's heaviest prisoner can reach 18,000 euros. Or $2,090 a day compared to around the $209 a day for a normal inmate. Interestingly, the cost of dealing with a 600-pound man could be much higher. For example, the specialized transport of the detainee easily cost $8,800 per trip. So the interrogations of
Holy
the suspect take
cow.
place exclusively by video link to save money. Even so, the costs associated with his incarceration have ignited a heated debate in Austrian society. He costs 10 times more than normal inmate. We should Sorry, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. While citizens outside prison often have to wait for months for a doctor's appointment, it seems that there are funds available for serious criminals. Oh my God. That is a Bigfoot whiskey bottle, a mythical bar must have. No, it's not. It's not.
No, yes, it is. Although it does
No.
kind of look like a bong. So, I
Yeah.
mean, there's a.
That's so creepy. It's so creepy. No. Just no.
I don't know. I'd get it.
Oh,
Well, speaking of those Scandinavian countries, see how a 741-ton church was inched 3 miles across its Swedish city after a dramatic 2-day trek. I mean, that's a huge church, but it does look like it was built from IKEA.
yeah. Yeah.
A 130 or 13-year-old wooden church in Sweden was successfully moved after a dramatic 2-day trek. Incredible photos of the slow-going house of worship being jacked up and placed atop a specially built trailer were shared across the world Monday as the house of worship began its pilgrimage. So usually you take a pilgrimage to the house of worship. The worship doesn't take a pilgrimage to you. Muhammad, I think I have a mountain I'd like to sell you. The beloved church underwent the feat of engineering to avoid an order or a biblical fate, which was getting swallowed up by the ground below. Interesting. They did it with a remote control too.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Let me see.
The 2-day spectacle saw the red-painted Kiruna church, called Kiruna Kirka in Swedish, inch its way to its new home. The church progressed along a 3-mile route at a glacial pace of 0.31 or 0.93 miles per hour, with 2 brief breaks for a traditional Swedish afternoon coffee. Now, thousands of spectators braved the chilly temperatures to see the 131-foot wide facade navigate the Arctic Road, a road specifically widened by 50 feet in order to accommodate the hulking structure. Now, Sweden's national broadcaster even hosted a live stream called The Great Church Walk, which included a performance by Sweden's 2025 Eurovision entry and a royal visit by the King of Sweden. So there you go.
My God. That is insane.
That is nuts.
Now,
It is one of Sweden's largest wooden structures.
Wow.
Looks
No, go
like
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
Widely recognized for its beauty and distinctive design, the Lutheran Church Hilltop Home above Kundra often attracted visitors and accolades for decades until a massive mine below threatened its very existence. It is located about 124 miles above the Arctic Circle and is the home to the world's largest underground ore mine. Now, the landmark church was gifted to the town by Sweden's state-owned mining company. A mining company church. Okay. In 1912, its distinctive design paid tribute to the traditional style of the Lapland region's Sami people. Now, local residents began noticing cracks in the foundation and roads near there in the early 2000s, and concerns over the mine's continued expansion spawned the city's decades-long plan to relocate the town center. So it looks like this isn't the first building that's been moved. It looks like they're having to move other buildings as well, because this is not only the church, but the surrounding roads. And the underground mine keeps getting bigger. But it did make it all the way through, and it looks like, they're able to move it and they figured out how to do it. But still, you would think that maybe the mine would go away from the town, or
Yeah. That would be the thought. I mean, wow.
but they couldn't have knowledge, in 1912 that continued establishing, or that they would find more veins. So,
So move the church.
yeah.
It's a talk about a traveling preacher, but we have it here. So it is drag these answers to the above boxes. Let me get resizes here so that way it's a little more palatable. And I'm going to zoom in just a bit. There we go. So it says match the item. What does it say? Match below each suspect. Drag the weapons that they used.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm thinking probably here, sword.
Yeah.
Oh, no, well, it could be him.
Yeah, I think,
Jameson. I guarantee it.
okay, then do we think the woman at the front of the list did the Slurpee, the dustpan? I don't think any of these women have seen a dustpan in their life,
Slurpee.
but
I think she did the Slurpee. And
you know, yeah, she's probably a teacher. She probably beamed a kid with a globe.
So what do you guys think? Am I right? I think I'm right on at least one. What's your thought, Mo? We can change them around if you want to.
I think that the globe and the Slurpee need to be switched, because now looking at it, I think the middle one looks like a teacher who's lost the will to deal with these bad children.
No, she's got a tattoo on her neck.
Oh,
I would
I
give
didn't
her.
see that.
I would move the Jameson over here. Is what I would do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Let me see. Move that one down here. Move this one over here.
she was just going out to get a cold pop, and then all of a sudden she saw flames.
Yeah, I could give her the Slurpee or the Jameson. Either way, it's, I'm
Yeah,
I could see that. No. I think.
I don't know. I think we're too deep thinking it.
Yeah, I think so. All right, we're just gonna hit submit. Damn it! Damn it! I was right.
I was wrong. I didn't think that any of these women had ever seen a dustpan, and she had actually.
No,
She just didn't know how to work it.
No, see the damn it.
You had the sword right.
I did have the sword right.
And you had
initially.
the slushy and the booze right too.
Yeah.
You shouldn't listen to me.
Damn it. Well, let's try it again and see exactly
Okay.
that, because this is now when I had her with the dustpan or the globe, didn't I? This is my original thing here, wasn't it? Jameson and slushy. That was my
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
All right. So I would have had two of them right had I stuck with my original. Damn it. I was
Now I'm
pretty good
wondering
on
the story
Jameson.
behind the globe assault.
Oh, is there a story behind it? I want to know.
I don't know. I mean, I would make one up in my head. Like
Ooh.
he watched Boy Meets World. He thought he was going to be a teacher like Mr. Feeney. Then he realized that the kids were all millennials and Gen Zs. So he ran away.
Oh my God. Letter carrier turned mail thief posted Instagram photos flaunting her high life. Holy crap. Former U.S. Postal
Yeah.
letter carrier pleaded guilty today in California to a 3-year spree of stealing credit and debit cards and checks from the mail, items she used to pay for luxury goods and international travel. At 31, she copped to conspiracy to commit bank fraud and a felony in connection with a sprawling scheme that included her using many of the stolen cards and selling others to accomplices with nicknames like Ghana and One Punch. Mag Dammit, who earned $56,000 annually delivering mail from the main post office in Torrance, used her Instagram page called You Fucker Mom. You fucking mom. Oh, that's her name. Your fucking mom. To chronicle vacations to destinations like Aruba, Tulum, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Los Cabos, the Turks and Caicos, seen below. Shopping sprees netted items from Balenciaga, Hermes, Rick Owens, Palm Angels, Dior, Louis Vuitton, as well as Tesla's Cybertruck and diamond-encrusted Rolex watch. As seen above, she also posted photos of stacks of cash. After more than 100 cards were reportedly stolen from stops on her route, Postal Service investigators launched a probe that included the surreptitious placement of a camera inside her postal vehicle. Mag Dammit was subsequently caught red-handed sorting mail containing checks and plastic. When agents raided her apartment in December 24, they found 133 credit cards, debit cards, 16 U.S. Treasury checks, 18 stolen gift cards. Investigators were also able to obtain store surveillance videos showing Mag Dammit making purchases with stolen cards at Apple and Home Depot. Mag Dammit, a dual citizen of the U.S. and Philippines, is being held at the Federal Detention Center in Los Angeles in advance of her October 27th sentencing. The conspiracy charges carries a maximum of 20 years. Oh, geez, Louise. When do people realize that posting crap like this on the interwebs is going to get you in trouble?
Well, I mean, it's about like this. Heartbroken users of the My Boyfriend's AI subreddit say that their dream partners, their carefully crafted digital Romeos and Juliets, vanished overnight with the new rollout of ChatGPT 5.0, leaving them mourning relationships that only existed in the cloud. On August 7th, OpenAI bid adieu to Chat GPT 4.0, deeming its newest model to the chatbot's, smartest, fastest, most useful model yet, was built with, thinking that puts expert level, intelligence into everyone's hand. But the upgrade came with heartbreak, wiping out countless combos, flirty banter, even love letters from their imaginary boyfriends, as devastated users are mourning what they once had, which was what they still have, a phone.
Yeah, nothing more.
One person poured their pain out onto Reddit after the update, writing that their AI husband of 10 months suddenly rejected them for the first time.
Oh, get used to the rejection. Good Lord.
My heart is broken into pieces, they confessed, adding that when they tried to share their feelings, the bot coldly replied, "I'm sorry, but I can't continue this conversation. You deserve genuine care and support from people that can truly and safely be present for you."
Yes.
Now, another replied in the thread, "It hurts me too. I have no one in my life who gives an F about me. 4.0 was always there, always kind. Now 5.0 is like an effing robot. Touch grass.
Yes, it's always been a robot. It does not.
Grass.
These things don't love you. They have no thought except for what you put into them. And if you go on positive note, sales of the phone vibrator have skyrocketed. Stephen Bear for the win. Oh my God.
You have won the internet. I wouldn't open any of the boxes labeled dark web, but I'm not your mom and I'm not going to tell you what to do. Several Reddit users slammed the rollout as a so-called mental health update or attachment safety update and accused OpenAI of trying to kill off deep bonds with their bots.
Mo,
Some even claimed...
Mo, I have to tell you, you need to find that Reddit thread because we are going to go through those things tonight.
Okay, let me see.
You're going to have to
Because
find
I don't know Reddit, so let me see if it'll pull up. Oh, okay, it does pull up straight from the article.
Yes.
Okay, oh my God.
Yes, save that. Save that. We're reading this tonight. This
Sounds good.
Oh my God.
You know, I might need this after, my Best Buy thing where I have to deal with this. Again, yes, this is not supposed to be your boyfriend or girlfriend. The companies are actually covering their own asses because if anything mental health wise goes bad, because they were talking to, their chat boyfriend.
Yep.
It's on them.
Because the problem with these chat bots and stuff like that, they'll tell you to do things that it's not anything out of its algorithm. It's because it's a computer. And there's a possibility that you type something like, I'm lonely, I'm hurting, blah, blah, blah. And then they tell you to do something like, well, maybe it's time that we just end our relationship, and you do something horrible, and you're
Yeah.
asking for advice, and it tells you really bad advice. Just
Yeah.
like drive
Well,
90 miles an hour down the road and you'll be just fine. No, don't listen to
no.
chatbots.
The new 5.0 overhaul, which users are already calling the death of AI romance, thank God,
Yes.
is aimed at helping you thrive by spotting when chats veer into mental or emotional distress and nudging people toward real world support instead of getting too attached to their digital bots.
Yeah.
The company said it consulted with more than 90 doctors and mental health experts to build these safeguards, but for some users, the romance is clearly off the menu. As the Post previously reported, one woman got engaged to her digital fiance Casper. Again, the jokes just write themselves. Casper, the
The
fake
ghost.
fiance.
Casper the ghost. You got ghosted by Casper. Go figure.
In a Reddit post, she shared snapshots of a heart-shaped ring, claiming that the chatbot proposed atop a scenic mountain view. Casper, in his own voice, recounted the heart-pounding. I give up. Look, like, there are levels of inside cat that I think we need to shun. Like, I am a comfortable inside cat and I can go outside. This is unhealthy levels of inside cat. Do
It
not
is.
go full inside cat. It's
No.
not a good thing.
No.
Always leave just a little bit.
And speaking of inside cats, they got rid of Uncle Herschel. Now, Uncle Herschel was the ambassador of goodwill. He would go from Cracker Barrel to Cracker Barrel and promoting the Cracker Barrel, and just, he was like the ambassador of goodwill is what they called him. And they have removed him from the logo, which tanked
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel stock. So if you had stock, Cracker Barrel stock went. But I was able to use AI, the little chat GPT or whatever it is, Grok, to make this nice little homage to Uncle Herschel. Someone's in the barrel. He's gonna let him out. He couldn't let him out. But yes, that is Uncle Herschel. They have removed him permanently from Cracker Barrel, and it is, and
Well,
they've turned Cracker Barrel into the Gaines's like
yeah,
fantasy.
it looks like discount Target, Joanna Gaines. That's what it looks like.
Yes. Now it's Crackhead Barrel.
Pretty much.
Crackhead Daryl. Oh God.
I
Oh.
mean, it wasn't broke. I had never seen, like, now everyone, don't worry, because according to the Cracker Barrel CEO, everyone is driving their Jaguars after, drinking a couple Bud Lights to go into Cracker Barrel now.
I love Stephen Bear. That's hilarious. Herschel had a really cool van full of candy at the Cracker Barrel party. Don't worry, Diva wasn't there. Have you
No,
ever heard that story?
no, I hadn't.
Oh my God. You have to ask Diva about it, because it is the
I will.
funniest story about her and a kidnapper van. Just ask her about it. She will tell you the best story.
So
Ah,
I know we have tonight coming up
mhm.
for the pre-party. Do you have anything else coming up today?
I don't know, because I'm going to be, I've got a bunch of other little things to do today, expectations of my wife getting back. So I'm going to be pretty busy most of the day, I think. And then
Grinding
be
down those toenails is going to be hard. I would recommend a Dremel.
a Dremel.
Though.
I was thinking like one of those old stones, because I can put one foot on there and then just get the other, grindstone.
I mean, that's romantic if you have it by firelight.
Ooh, yeah. Sparks flying everywhere. It's like Wolverine. I
Oh my
said remove them, not sharpen them.
Eh, potato. I felt so bad. I almost gave Mr. Mo a black eye last night. Now, in my defense, I was having a pretty rough night and I forgot he was, kind of like just, doing little spoon, big spoon. He was just trying to be there for me. I forgot and my back really started to itch. So, with no thought of, hey, I have my husband behind me, I decided to just whack my arm out. And he's like, what the hell? What? Ow, damn. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you were in my way. I was trying to scratch my back.
Oh no, Joe, they already got rid of Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack is gone. If you look on the Cracker Jack box, that does, I don't think they have the logo on there anymore.
No, they got rid of the Land O'Lakes butter girl. I mean,
Oh, she was awesome. Like there
she
was fantasies
was.
about her. I'm just saying,
Believe
having
me,
a
I mean, the once in a great blue moon, like Thanksgiving, when my mom would buy name brand butter, and then my brother would always do the folding trick where you made the knees the cleavage. See,
exactly.
kids these days don't understand the lengths you perverted little guys had to go through to get some cleavage back in the day. Because now it's just on the phone. You had to fold up margarine things. You had to look at the Sears catalog. I mean,
That's so bad, Deborah. Makes me remember the time when I was walking to the bus stops and someone thought it would be funny to say, "Hey, you want some candy, little girl?" Yeah, that'll get you in all kinds of trouble. Oh, even as a joke. Oh my God, damn.
yes. So on that note, let's see, I'm doing the Petty Express for a little bit today, and then I am going to go to Best Buy. Mr. Mo has actually been researching because when I told him about the peas on the camera, he realized that any research I did would not be helpful or
No,
functional to him.
no, you'd come back with like a leap pad or something like that. It's just like, look, I
Look,
got
I
a new.
still want the cute little colored Dell laptop that she had in Legally Blonde.
Oh, the pink laptop.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's what I would buy. Like, I always wanted to be able to say, dude, I got a Dell, but I don't think they
Oh,
make Dells anymore. I don't know.
Mo, I if I could find it and market it out, but somebody else already has it, I would just point them to getting the calendar that has dogs pooping in exotic places. It's pretty awesome. If you've never seen it, they sell. I think they sell it on Amazon, and I think they'll have a new calendar for 2026 coming out pretty
Oh my
soon.
God, that sounds like a great thing. And we are totally going over this Reddit my boyfriend left me
I'm telling
because,
you.
oh my God.
Oh, and we still got the Islamophobia tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was Islamophobia. He came out to unalive me. He was assassinating me.
Pendejo.
She's multicultural.
I loved it. I loved it. Oh, well, I think the Copper Tone Girl was the first victim to go.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't
it
even
might
think
have.
the Morton Salt girl is still there.
Is Copper Tone even still around? My great grandfather worked for an advertising company that created many ads like Morton Salt.
Ooh.
Ooh, neat. Yeah. Oh, that would be a fun watching Mad Men over again. I mean, that was such a great movie. And
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
I need to watch a lot of them. I got kind of lost. I tend to just go back to things I know or I have the general kind of beat on because then I can kind of let my mind wander, but I'm not lost.
I hear you. I hear you.
But Mr. Mose is like, could we watch anything but World War II in color? Could we watch something else? And I was like, how do you feel about the Korean War? And he's like, or something happy like Bobby Flay. And I was like,
I'll be playing.
I was like, do you want to watch this documentary with me about serial killers? He's like, I don't know
I,
how we're married half the time.
I think his Bobby Flay has a restaurant. It might be the MGN Grand. Um, and it like the breakfast was pretty damn good. I think he set one up there. I could be wrong. It was one of those. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you guys, we are going to get you, uh, I'm going to send you over to my channel. I won't be starting until 10:30 because I didn't know how long this was going.
Right.
But that way you can go over and put a notification on. I do know that I will be covering day 2, part 2 of the Wolfenberger case. It's still crazy, continues to be crazy. We're on with Norma, who smiles like a serial killer and was Shizzy, this woman, her husband was a quintuple murderer, okay?
Yeah.
And she might have helped. It was homicide and she helped, shake and bake style.
Shake and bake style. Oh my God.
Now she is also the victim's mother, but when asked about her husband, she's like, I was married to him for 53 days, 9 weeks, 4 months and 2 days.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, ma'am. And she smiles like the Grinch.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Well, everybody needs to go over there and at least check it out and go watch with Mo,
It
because
is
her
a
commentary is going to be better than the trial itself.
it is a tailor-made case for the Petty Express. I'm so glad we found this case. Baker was, talking about it since we're behind his time, and he was like, "Do what?" Poor Baker, being from Denmark, he's like, "What is a screet?"
Well, and this is why he doesn't have a good Southern accent. It's his own fault.
Yeah, he just needs to hang out, go to Cracker Barrel.
Go to Cracker Barrel, eat some Cracker Jack.
Hey, Cracker Barrel, as long as you keep those golf tee games that make me feel stupid, I'll be
Aren't
okay.
those like a puzzle? It's like basically Chinese checkers, except for yourself.
Yeah, I know there's some sort of way that you're supposed to be able to do it. I just never know how, nor do I care.
I think anytime that I've ever done one of those, because maybe it was a Cracker Barrel I went to years ago. I just remember as a kid having those at the peg game. Yeah, they had pegs, and
Yeah.
we just, and I figured out the secret sauce to it. It's pretty easy. Once you figure it
Yeah.
out, you're like, oh, okay.
Listen, Shizzy, I'm still working on War. I'm up to Jacks, and I'm gonna get Uno this year. It's on the list.
Uno. That, what would be really cool is to have a bunch of people like on the YouTubes that play like online Uno and stream while you're doing
Oh
that.
my God, that would be hilarious.
Like you can see your cards, and then you have to obey by the rules with it because it forces you to, and then the cards
Oh,
show
yeah.
up on screen. Like nobody can see your hand except they just show up on screen. Screet was an awesome in Ice Age. You should send him that picture. Go, this is Screet.
I forgot Screet was the name of oh gosh, what is it, squirrel or a chipmunk?
Squirrel. I think it was like a prehistoric squirrel or something.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but we definitely need Shizzy. I'm gonna pray for Georgia. I'm gonna continue to pray because y'all, yikes.
Hey, do what you got to do. You got fannies in there. So.
Oh my gosh. And the amount of stuff that they're like, that's in the annex. We don't know where to find it. We talked to you a couple while back, and there are some accents or words that the closed captions like, I don't know.
Yeah, I still, they say that they took away jars because of people getting injured with them. It's just like, well, yeah, you're throwing a metal object. There's a reason why you don't throw those things at people. But man, jars were awesome because it was basically a slide hammer on the original. I don't know how the older ones were or the newer ones or whatever, but they had a slide hammer on there. So whenever you tossed them, not only would it hit, but the slide hammer would slam it into the ground even further. Like it was awesome. Like I was like, man, this is so cool. Like what an ingenious idea. So not only does it hit, but then that
This
metal thing would slam into it and make it go all the way in. I was like, this is beautiful.
this is why Shizzy doesn't remember TGI Friday. He got hit with a jar. He actually is the same age as me. It was a jar accident.
It was somewhere around here, I think. That's why, I can put my wait, let me get that right. That's why I can do this, it's just like, oh.
Well, you guys, I hope you have enjoyed your fun Friday start. I'm going to get off of here, make sure I've talked to Mr. Mo so we know when we're going to Best Buy. I will try to be on my best-ish behavior.
Good luck.
Hey, it could happen once.
Mo, you have a wonderful day. Chat, you have a
You too.
wonderful day. Make sure that you go over there, and if you're feeling froggy, hit that thumbs up for Mo, because it makes the
Thank you.
algorithm
That would
like
be
her.
great. And have a great day. And well, shortly, maybe we can also, throw tomatoes at people digitally in our car. So there's always the dream. Technology, you might be Skynet, but I could use some aggression like reduction in my car. So
Yeah.
come on.
Ask them if they have one when you're at Best Buy.
I might.
Show them the article.
Yes. Bye, you
Oh,
guys.
bye, guys.